Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Let's Play Empyrion, where here I am stuck on this horrendous little rock, and this is my hole in the wall. I'm gonna build this up, but first of all, a small confession that needs to be made. I've been gathering some resources in between. So I have a reasonable amount of copper, which I've ground from stone, a bunch of stone left, some silicon, some iron, and a like. Now, in doing all this, I thought my ship that's over there is a waste of time because it's only got one thruster, it's kind of stuck on a boulder, and there's not a lot I can do. So I thought to myself, I know what, I'll use the multi-tool and I'll take it apart. And then I can bring all the bits back here and rearrange them into a better ship. However, those bits are now in here. Of course, the one thing I didn't think of is once I take the core, I can't actually build a new core, because to build a new starter vessel block, where is it? Here, requires a large constructor. So I have to build the base first, whether I like it or not. Now, having said this, I would have needed to build a large constructor anyway, because it seems that most of the small vessel parts I will need, like thrusters, would have required a small constructor, a large constructor or an SV constructor anyway. So the fact I needed a large constructor to build the actual ship core is actually kind of neither here nor there. I thought I ballsed up, but I haven't totally. Now I'm gonna save you from watching me build a whole bunch of this crap, because it's gonna get a little tedious. But I will start off by knocking myself up a base block from all the goodies I have here, and we're gonna want a whole whack of concrete blocks, probably quite a few of concrete blocks. So I'm gonna put that on the go, and I'm gonna spend this miserable night turning this base into, or this hole into, a habitable base. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. Maybe I'll give you a little time lapse of some of it and you might find it interesting. But then we're gonna have to start work on an SV, because despite having this, there's just nothing. There is nothing in range. So we need to get airborne with a detector. I did think about going for a small hover vessel, but honestly, there's just too many Ziracs on the ground. It's not worth the risk. So I'm gonna start building. Okay, so welcome to Maison à la Sève with our beautiful view here. This is all I'm gonna bother knocking up for the minute. Resources are low. I mean, if I had lots more resources, sure, I'd have turned this into a little hangar bay and everything. But in all honesty, I've not got the resources to waste on stuff like that right now. This can process 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and I can get more copper if I need to. I will continue to process most of the resources in the portable constructors, because they don't use power, whereas this one's going to be chewing a lot of power, so we'll turn it off right now. While I queue up what I need, I'm going to need thrusters, but not those kind of thrusters, these kind of thrusters, which I haven't unlocked by the looks of it, so we'll unlock those quickly. Small vessel thrusters, come here. Yes, I would also like small vessel cargo controller and cargo extensions, because that's basically what you're going to be built out of. So I have a thruster, a cockpit, and some basics. So we're going to want perhaps 2, 3, 4. So ultimately I need a minimum of 5, probably like 6 thrusters as a minimum. We'll see where we can go from there. The other thing, I'm just thinking, I'm burning away my way through thrusters, but what I really need to build is a SV starter block right here. So hopefully I'm gonna knock those down a second, and then I'll... oh no, don't do that, game. I'd like to be able to queue things in the constructors. That's something for the wish list. Right, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Need to do that correctly. Not in the fridge for the ship components. I'm gonna put the ship components from here into that container, at least so as I can move them around more easily and manipulate them as I need a bit later. So that will do. We're going to be eating some bars, as I haven't seen any more Ripper Dogs around while I was gathering resources, as Ripper Dog steak has been my major food source thus far. And that's going to be running low. I have got a couple of MREs. Come on, game. I have got a couple of MREs, so that will be a big help, but I don't want to munch my way through those unless I really have to. Right, finish the SV starter block. That's what I need. Now we can go for a container controller, a bunch of these, because we're going to need to be able to carry shit. And we'll go for the other 6 thrusters. 1 on each side, 1 down, 1 on the back. Should be enough, I reckon. So, let's get the show on the road. So, we need the starter block. And yes, I may have to dig this area out to fit more in. There is our small vessel. Isn't she beautiful? Next up, cockpit, which we will put wherever the game's going to let me put it for now. The bad thing is, no matter what I do here, I may well have to move the core. It's not something I want to do. I might have to. For the minute, I'm going to try not to. Could use this cockpit. What other ones have we got? Never did like that one. That one's okay. I mean, this one's one of my favorites, but also tricky to use. No, we'll go for that one. We'll stick with this default one for the minute. Now, you are going to just... I'll retrieve it for the minute as a steel block. I'm going to grab a few of the steel blocks around here. I mean, ideally I'd like to tuck the core right up there behind it, but I'm not sure I've got the resources to spare knocking up additional cores at the moment. I might have, but I think I can probably manage with the core there. So yeah, let's just keep the core there for now. Right, what else have we got here? We got a fuel tank and a generator, which are going to be desperately needed. So, oh, I'm losing my control over my fingers. I actually have 2 generators. Oh no, I don't have 2 generators. I'm reading number 2. I am cracking up today. Right, this is not an ideal layout by any stretch of the imagination, but that's what I'm going for. Now, what I hope to do is put another layer of blocks underneath this eventually, and that will actually help me. But what I'll do for now is I will take these thrusters. Is that it? Am I done on thrusters? I appear to be done on thrusters. Okay. It seems to be... What am I lacking? If I'm done on thrusters, what am I lacking? Probably copper, I reckon. Yeah, I'm lacking copper. So, copper it is. More copper. I have not found any copper resources in the area at all. I am making all my copper grinding it from stone. So let's take those and slap down some of those. Yoink. I will need a small ammo box of some description as well. Which I should probably put here. In a work like that, or do I want to stick you out a bit further? I'm gonna go with that one. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Don't ask me why. I'm going with that one. Block. Block. I should be using mirror mode, but screw it. There you go. And I'm going to stick what I haven't got, which is an ammo controller, right on the back there. We need an ammo controller, if you please. Yes, that one. Thank you. And can you give me said ammo controller? Yes, we can. So, yeah, my plan is we'll take a few more of those, like that, and like that for now. This controller will go here, that one will go there, laughing. So, thrusters. Fingers are sausages today. Right. 2 lift thrusters. One down thruster that's going to go up there in a minute. I'm going to put one side thruster on either side back here. There we go. And we're going to have 2 rear thrusters. This is not going to be pretty, and I actually need one more thruster as a braking thruster, which is going to go right here. I mean, this is going to be butt ugly, but for the minute it'll do. No, you don't want to make your small ship out of concrete blocks. Right, this is literally just going to go in as cover armor, as protection, to protect things like the core. And a little bit here, a little bit here. And can we have triangle? Triangle. Thank you. There's that one. That was foolish. It'll do. 3. Let's pick those back up. And I want one more iron block, please. I'm very conscious of the power this is using. Yeah, that's okay. Steel block. Yeah, yep. Couple more. I don't think it'll be a big problem. My biggest concern, actually, is the less than 2 days it's going to take for the Xerax to come looking for us. Which is suboptimal. Actually, I'm taking that off. I'm going to do that differently. Because the other thing I wouldn't mind having, if I can muster it, is going to be a couple of gats, isn't it? Can we muster a couple of gats? 1, 2. Yes, thank you. How are we doing on that copper? Oh, 80, I'll take it. Brilliant. Lots of copper on the go there. So we're kind of speed building here. As much as I ever speed build, which is not at all. But yeah, I'm going to change this up a little. We're going to go for this one. And before I get carried away, we are going to do a symmetry plane, and it's going to be that one, I think, and it's going to be there. No, it's going to be there, in the middle. Thank you. I'm stood in a bad place for it. Okay, good. Symmetry. Thank you, symmetry. Good to have you. Right. The other good thing about symmetry is if the block's not quite the orientation I want it to be, I can just flip it around. I have realized I'm not going to have a light, but I'll deal with that. In fact, I have a plan for the light later. I can work with that. Let's have about another 30 iron blocks. We've got loads of iron. We want another couple of thrusters. Wouldn't hurt to have a spare. Maybe stick a third one on the down, which definitely wouldn't hurt. And then I'm going to take another, I don't know, 30 of those. What happened to my ammo box as well? Yes, please. Ooh, other things I'm going to want to sneak in here. So ammo box is there. I'm going to want to sneak in here a detector. Have we got a detector? Small ship detector. Okay, need the large generator detector. I think a mobile constructor is out of the question right now, but I will take the detector and I'll unlock that constructor. I might take... No, I'm not going to take an O2 tank because I've got some stuff back up at the ship. And I think I'm probably going to go back up the ship as one of my first tasks and retrieve some of that stuff. Because it seems like a good idea. So... Because any of those resources are basically easy pickings. So it seems to me like it's a good idea to pick up anything we can get that's easy to lay our hands on. Because I suspect some of this stuff is not going to be so easy to get. Okay. So we'll work on the underside in a minute. We'll get her afloat yet. Because actually I'm gonna take that block out. This might not be wise, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, we'll get away with it. I'm sure we'll get away with it. It'll be fine. Right, ooh. Can you not make more of those? Oh, you are making more of those, okay. I could really use that detector though. And what I was also thinking about getting was the bigger fuel tank. I'll just take another 2. That's fine. I want plenty of fuel. As I can at the moment. And while we've got a bit of time, we will be looking at that. Yoink, there we go. And I'm sure there's something else, another block like that I want, but I can't think what it is. Yeah, I'm sure there's something I want there that's not quite that. I mean, I can worry about beautifying this another time, but you gotta remember when you do symmetry mode and you're not in creative that you can't just make the blocks disappear. Okay, what I'm after is one of these, maybe? No. Like that, but not that. That. That? No. See, this is what I mean. Meh. See, now I'm getting all bothered about how it looks. Yeah. See, now I'm getting all into the look. And that's not a good plan. No, that one. That'll do. That's better. Sort of, maybe, possibly. Possibly better. Not quite what I was going for. What I want, I'm always struggle to find this block, is one that sort of does that, but in reverse. Does this, but ends halfway up. I'm not sure there is that block. I think it's that block, actually. Yeah, that block. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Alright. Yoink. Yoink. This is going to be where the GATS is going to go if you haven't worked that out. So we're going to put a couple of GATS down here. Like so. Yeah, perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we're talking. Now we are cooking with gas. Now I can move all these thrusters and that at a later point. Really, it's all just armor and looks now that I'm messing with, as opposed to actually anything meaningful. So what I'll do is I'll just go for something very simplistic. There we go. Some of that. We'll go back to that one. Yeah, I live with that from the front. I mean, the back needs tidying up, but we can worry about that. So oink or yoink, and can we have that one as well? What we got? Evil hail. Excellent. Good to know. That can go there. Bunch more of these. We still need to put that block in. I haven't put that block in, have I? and that would be foolish. Now, fridge wise, I'm not actually going to worry about a fridge on here yet, because I'm sure I'm going to end up ripping a whole bunch of this apart later. I need to put the front thruster in. Yep, please, and thank you. One front thruster, yes, front thruster. Because I've lost all ability to talk. Now, hopefully, that will be enough if I put some fuel in this thing to get it going. What else you could do with? And for that, we're going to take this one out. I would love to give you a Wi-Fi core. Can I give you a Wi-Fi though? I haven't unlocked the Wi-Fi yet, but I would love to give you a Wi-Fi block. Alright, make me a Wi-Fi. Your finest Wi-Fi. There we go. Actually, that's not gone so bad. That could have gone a whole lot worse. I appear to be out of steel blocks. I must have a couple more. There we go. We'll just chuck one in there behind the gats. I'll worry about the rest later. I can beautify this a bit more later and make it look a bit better. It's gonna have to change anyway, but it'll do for now. And I'm going to be shoving some more blocks along the bottom for armor purposes anyway, and probably some blocks along the top here. There we go, we'll chuck that one in, and then you chuck the Wi-Fi in this gap. Once we have it, do we have Wi-Fi? Do we have the Wi-Fi? This one? Wi-Fi block. Wi-Fi block. You say you finished it. I don't see it. Am I cracking up? Oh, it's there. Thank you. Power off. Alright, for now, base off. That'll keep the Xerax under control for a while, hopefully. Because what I can do is this. I mean, this is ugly. Yeah, it's beautiful, Sev. Everyone will love it. Everyone will be like, yeah, that's one of the nicest ships I've ever seen. I'm sure. Send us a blueprint. It looks like a brick. In fact, that will be your name. The SDB brick. Okay, good. We're saving you a blueprint. Good job. Manage. Let's stick some fuel in this puppy. Okay, that's not a lot of fuel. Where did the rest of my fuel go? My fuel's in here somewhere. There you are. Let's have some of that. Let's take that O2 as well. I don't think I put an O2 tank in there. I'll figure that out later. And I actually think I have an exposed fuel tank on the underside, which is not good. Yeah, let's power it on a second. Woohoo! We're flying, people. Look, and we can stop. And we can go left and right and up and down. That is an achievement. But yeah, I believe I have an exposed fuel tank and core right there. That I probably need to do something about. At the moment, how are we doing on CPU here? Not terrible. Okay. For now, we're gonna be just plastering this in these blocks. that one will probably need fixing. It'll be fine. There you go. It's beautiful. Yeah, I probably won't do that anyway because this wants to be thing. So this is where I'm gonna spend a bit of time wasting my resources making it look prettier than it needs to. This is not what I should be doing right now, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Yoink, 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 yoink. Because pretty much all of that is gonna be doobie frickin'. Right. Other thing I could probably do with is some sort of a docking pad thing so I can dock it on the thing. Wouldn't also hurt to have a milligun turret if I can fit one on there at the current CPU. I would love to get a T2. I don't think I have what I need for that, but a spotlight wouldn't hurt. Ultimately, I believe I need to get a warp drive and some more pentaxid. And I probably need to make myself some ammo. So let's see what out of that I can make. Okay, I can make the turret. I can make a stack of ammo, which would be good. Do you want to get on with that? Please? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I know what it's doing. The base is off. That's what it's doing. I'm a fool. Okay. So what else do we want? We have we can make a T2 core? Oh yeah. I'm gonna make that. Well, I can. I'll stick the T2 in later, but a T2 is gonna be good news. Okay. I think we're pretty much ready to go. Oh, docking pad. That's what I came over here for in the first place. Is landing gear. There we go. Give me a la gear of the landing. Thank you. At least one. Just one for now will do. I might branch out to two if I can. Okay, so I'm gonna let that process. You're gonna sit back down for a minute. You look great. And I'll just do some refining bits while that's sorting itself out. And then I'll bring you back in when we're ready to get mobile. Okay, so it is with dubious pride I introduce you to the brick. Which is, yeah, still a work in progress. Plenty of carry capacity. No fridge. For some reason that's in the container controller, not the ammo controller. We have loads now. Loads of bullets. So we're laughing on the bullets. Got 2 GATs. Got a minigun on top. We're still under CPU. How much carry capacity? 6,000. We'll never actually lift it with our thrusters, so that's going to get interesting fast. I don't think I can make any more thrusters at the moment. Oh no, I lie. I might be able to make 1, maybe 2 more thrusters. It might be worth doing. Sorry, I switched the base off because I believe, maybe wrongly, that that actually lowers the Zurak sort of attraction to kill us. What am I doing? Thank you. Yeah, if I can squeeze another 2 thrusters on, I will. Those 2 thrusters will likely be squeezed. I don't want to squeeze them there, really, if I can help it. Not at the moment. They'll be squeezed there and there. Later, I would like to shift them up there and then put one of the titanium plates across there, just to protect the thruster and protect us from exploding ourselves. But as is, that's where it's going to go. And I'm doing that mainly because, yeah, I'm terrified I'm not going to have enough lift thrust when I come back down with all my bits to actually make this, to stick the landing, you know. Yeah, I thought that. Gonna stick it in the wrong way up, weren't you? There you go. There you go, we should have enough lift thrust. Okay, base back off. Hopefully that does lower the statistics. Oh, still less than a day until our attack. Okay, but in that less than a day, we are gonna go back up to the ship we left behind. Oh, I forgot I've left that on. Symmetry plane off, thank you. And let's just sort out our wondrous view of the brick here. Although it is dark. Oh, why you drive like a pregnant warthog. Alright. So, the other thing we might need to do is check out where the bad guys are. Ooh, resources. Hello, resources. So the other scanner was just rubbish. There was stuff around, not too far away either. But there was definitely resources around. This is good news. Silicon deposit, medium. And the good thing is, while it does handle like a bit of a pregnant walrus, it will actually be good for picking up some of these materials. We're getting awfully close to drones now. Zascosium. Alright, let's move out of range of that before we get shot, because we cannot afford to take a hit. Wow, there's a lot of drones around. Promethium. What is that over there? There's a few bases around here as well. I mean, I definitely feel like I could do with a bit more thrust. She's very sluggish. Or even, dare I say it, T2 thrusters. But these are faraway dreams at the moment. First thing, we're going to head back towards Nemesis and go to the ship and pick up the bits we left behind. It is nice to know we can get off this rock. That is a huge boon to me, to be honest. The fact that we're traveling ludicrously slow because of our size, because I may have made us a little bigger than necessary. But you know, needs must, needs must. And you know, I'm gonna move some of these thrusters out because I'm guessing I gotta squeeze a warp drive into this little ship anyway, because our main goal is still to warp to the ocean planet. So that is basically it. That's our goal. Warp to the ocean planet, get enough to make a warp drive. So we need a pentaxid tank, for which we need 50 cobalt alloy. So we need some cobalt, a decent amount. And we need a warpity drive. And a warpity drive also requires 50 cobalt alloy. The rest I believe we can make relatively easy. It says the scout is where? 5.2 clicks away. Oh, it's on the other side of the planet, aren't you? And one of the things that's making this harder is oh no, I have got it in pilot mode. I have. Oh, I've got the alt mode on. Like a fool, I say. Right, I'll bring you back in when we get there. Okay, and here we are, approaching the scout. Now, something that has occurred to me is that the gravity on Nemesis itself is not awful. The environment's relatively hostile. But the gravity's not awful. There could be value in getting resources from there if we really need to. But I'm hopeful that it won't come to that. But we could try. Oh, we might have a job to slow down here. Yeah. Slow. Stop. There we go. Thank you. We don't appear to have any drones in the near vicinity. I still do not have an EVA boost, so I need to bear that in mind. I need to remember the only way in is here. Alright. Okay. Scout. No, okay. Yeah, scout. No, brick. Brick, please take all of these materials. Some of it may prove to be useful, some of it not so much. But nevertheless, it's worth having. Okay, it's cold. While we're here as well, I will need to link to the brick, and I'm taking these grow plots because I'll be honest, this is one of the things I wanted to come back for. The grow plots. And I'll take you too. Thank you. And thank you. May as well have you too. I'm gonna salvage you. Thank you. Oh god. You know what I've just realized? I don't have any heating in my ship, do I? Because I don't have any oxygen. Oh, come on, I'm stood next to a thruster. How cold can it be? Okay, I might be in trouble here. I may not have thought this through. Oh no, for some reason it's still warm here. For some reason it is still warm in this ship. I don't know why. I'm not going to question it. But it is still warm in the ship. Wow. We are moving at 28 with all that on board. I am distinctly worried about crashing to the ground. I need to get somewhat over my base before I do this. This could end poorly. Okay, so I'm gonna head back towards the moon. I'll bring you back in when I get there because this is gonna be dead slow. I definitely need to get some thruster upgrades and possibly rethink the amount of materials I've put on board this poor little ship. But I'll bring you back in as I hit atmosphere and come down towards the base. Okay, so I went to the registry and turned on a marker for my base so that I can hopefully come in as much over my base as possible. The other trick, as I'm hitting atmosphere, I should be able to see how much lift I've got remaining to know quite how poorly it's going to go. That is pretty much my home lake puddle thing that I'm coming in over now. So let's see how well this is going to go. We're in gravity. No, we're okay. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. I think. I mean, we're in free fall at the moment, but looks like we're gonna make it. Let's just check around for bad things. Minigun drones, things like that. Other bad news. The only problem is, for the base attack, this is not going to be the most maneuverable. But what I'll probably need to do is start thinking resources fairly quickly. There's some resources over this way as well. I can get the ship in. I might need to look at slimming her down a bit. I don't know. And perhaps opening up this entrance a little. What am I shooting? What am I shooting? A drone or something. There's a minigun drone right there. Let's get in, and I'm going to turn it off and hop out and deal with that minigun drone, because I can probably deal with a minigun drone with the rifle. Here, Mr. Minigun Drone. Bye, Mr. Minigun Drone. And what you have for me? You have some oscillators? Thank you very much. And there we go. It was a rough landing. I'm technically inside the voxel, so I might need to tweak that around a bit. And down, there we go. Okay, so one thing we definitely need, which was a minor oversight on my part, will be an O2 tank. I can squeeze one in here somewhere. And also, what I would like to look at for the future is also what it's going to take to get some medium thrusters. Actually, nothing too much. I could probably get some medium thrusters. I could possibly even get some M2 thrusters. That is also not impossible, I think. Definitely able to get some of those, which would help a lot. So that will have to all be next time, as we're out of time for this episode. But one of my biggest problems is now food. I'm probably going to have to eat my other ration pack and look at whether I can do something to get some food, because that's getting serious. But in the meantime, I will say thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe as always, and join us again next time. Thanks a lot.